Hello everyone and welcome to Pokémon Flux. Yep, we're playing Pokémon Flux, but with a twist. I am not starting over. I've already been playing it. I'm not starting over. So I am just going to be showing off my Pokémon. That is all we are going to be doing, is showing that off. And later tonight, I will be playing the final DLC for Digimon Time Stranger. Yep. And then I'll probably get to work editing those videos, changing the Digimon thumbnails for the final time. And I think that's about it. So, anyways, let's just show off my Pokemon. Which I actually do have. I have been working on my own Pokemon region based on Australia. But I've also worked on two other regions as well. Something that's very similar to both Pokemon Flux and Ep0, where they're not based on real places or anything like that. Well, partially. Like, they are based on some real places, but not fully accurately. And, I have seen the new starters. Like, I've seen, what's their name? Brouch, Pombon, and Gekla. I'm obviously going with Gekla. It's a water gecko. I can't resist. But yeah, I have seen those. And like, I was kind of close on what I was thinking the region would be. Like, I was thinking like that the Philippines, Singapore, Indonesia. I was thinking that was a possibility, but I was also thinking Australia is possible. But New Zealand could also be possible. Could be one of the other island chains, like the Bahamas. Like, I definitely had those kind of things in mind. But honestly, I think it's a good idea that we went back to Asia, considering that's where it started, and we're heading right back towards that. So I wouldn't be that surprised if Gen 11 ends up being like China or something, which would be pretty cool. Like, who knows, maybe we'll get our first ever dragon starter. Okay, anyways. Yeah, this is actually the third take on this video. The first one was just too long, and because it had been sitting for such a long time, had lagged and crashed. It pretty much ruined the sound. Probably from the amount of times this computer has, in fact, crashed. So, there's that. Yeah. And also, sorry for how long it took to get those Pokemon tier list videos out. Honestly, they're not doing as well as the original, but also, I do want to thank you all for getting it to 156 views. It has now outcompeted the current original video that's still there. So, that's good. And, the Bionicle stuff that I've mentioned in multiple different videos, I'm pretty close to finishing. Give it halfway of 2026, I should have all of them done. And I can hopefully start building them in real life. So, do you expect to start seeing Bionicle videos relatively soon? Actually, one will probably actually be a lot sooner than you think, but anyhow, there's one last thing I'm going to say before I start showing off my Pokemon that I have. I did get a new controller. I think I may have mentioned it in my previous videos. Don't remember if I did. If I did, definitely let me know in the comments. But I did get the Genshin PS5 controller. I was just actually on Time Stranger for like a few minutes just to get it like set up perfectly that it wouldn't bother me. It has the same exact settings as I have for the Switch controller. But anyways, let's go ahead and show off all the Pokemon I currently have. Now, some of them are currently in the party, and I think that's... I messed up. Why did I do that? I messed it up. I had to refix that. Let me go off and fix that. I messed up. That was not supposed to happen. There, fixed it. That was a bit, I messed up a bit there, but I think let's just start here. So, this was the starter I ended up picking. Which, for this game, there are a few Pokemon that are returning from uranium. This is one of them. And, depending on which player you decide to play as, gets you a certain starter. If you play as the female character, you get this. I wanted Heirloom, because Heirloom just looks cool. It's a wolf. And only one YouTuber I can think of comes to mind when I look at this design. Hero Holtzy. This is definitely something Hero Holtzy would absolutely have on his team. Who knows, maybe he might actually already have that. I don't know. I haven't watched any of his Pokémon Flux videos in a while. But, yeah. I'm just gonna let you guys look at the information and stuff like that. I'm not gonna really talk about it. But, yeah, gorgeous Pokemon design. Honestly, looks so much better compared to the original. I have the Pseudo Legendary, which I got via the gifts. They actually do mystery gift events on the Flux Discord page. So if you do decide to want to play this game, definitely follow the Discord page. Or you could miss out on really cool information. So, yeah, definitely do not forget to do that. That's how I was able to get Griff here. It currently has a hard snow, and I'll tell you what's super annoying. You wanna know what level this thing evolves at? 62! I can't evolve it until, I think it was either episode or chapter, I don't remember. But, like, I had to wait for the third one in order to do that, which is a bit obnoxious. It has crystallized as its ability? Okay, that's overpowered. Normal type moves become rock type moves. And the power of those moves is basically little. I should get it Hyper Beam. I should teach it Hyper Beam. That would make it way too overpowered. Whoops. Oh, but still cool design. Here's, yes, I named the dark type evolution to the little dragon dude, Darak, after the Bakugan. And you wanna know what's funny? If you go onto the Flux wiki, you can actually see the shinies for a lot of these Pokemon, including this one. It literally has the colors of the actual Darak toy from Bakugan. So, like, I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I gave it Dragon Fang. It has some decent moves. And, I forgot what Rune Power is. Using him as mystical powers attack is the same primary type as its user, and uses its stronger attack stat. So it's a dark type move, even though it's a rock type. It's interesting. This one I think used to be called Gigawatt or something like that, but they changed it to Terawatt. I don't remember what name I said is correct or not, but I know the Terawatt one is. But honestly, this is such a cool design. I gave it a magnet because I just want the idea. And yes, I know, it has a very, very weird moves. Don't ask. But I also got a cross here. Which I cannot pronounce that name. Don't even ask me how to pronounce that species name. I don't know. But, ground ice type. Which is actually pretty decently good, if you ask me. It's surprising there isn't any. But I believe I have a ground ice type. It's a fossil of a sauropod called Brachiosaurus. It's in my Australian region. And I do have another cool ice type, an ice fire type, that's supposed to be based on like a dingo. Yeah, it's the dog. Come on. But originally the region had a Tanuki, which is a type of canine that happens to live similarly to a raccoon. Which I'm still probably going to use that. Just because I'm not going to use it in my Australian region anymore doesn't mean I can't save it for later. But, and then here's Scarlet, which is a Lazarix. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a Semi-Pseudo. And it is gorgeous. Like, seriously, gorgeous Pokemon. Yeah, that's its ability. Once per battle, the Pokemon can endure an attack that would knock it out and be reborn. Which is pretty cool. Here's its, moves and stuff like that. Yes, it has Heat Wave. Yes, it's overpowered. But that's currently what I have for my team. Now I'm going to show you guys my Pokemon, and then I'm going to show you guys what I've gotten so far of the Pokédex. I haven't encountered every single Pokemon yet, nor have I gotten every single Pokemon I want. Which I will probably work on the next time I'm on here, but right now I'm currently finishing a challenge in Pokemon X, where you use only gift Pokemon and trade Pokemon. There is like a trade EV you could get, but you get it so later on. I just decided, okay, this will be the only time I'll let it slide. So I caught it EV. But that was the only time I did that. Which you can actually get that on your way to Geo's Cinchtown. But guess what? You can even get the EV before the second gen. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah. I do actually have Pokemon CA. And some other Pokemon games too on my Switch. I have the equipment to record, it just might take a while. But anyways, here is the starter I ended up choosing. Because they did give us like an actual choosing starter option. It's a little moth called Daymoth. It's a grass type. I gave it Twisted Spin. Named it Flora. But you can see it has some decently good moves. Including its signature, it's like nice. But they also have a mystery gift event where they actually give you the starters. Next is, this guy. I did not name it, because I'm not sure what I'm going to name it, or anything, but it's cute. It didn't have a moving sprite originally, but now it does. Like Bronzaloon. Yeah, there's like a regional Shroomish. Woo! Which this reason is a grass Pokemon type, and there's grass unknown. But yeah, so far none of these are from Uranium. They also have regional unknowns for each type, which is pretty cool. And it has the Rune Power ability, and it moves just like, Hail Drop. Here is Jellin, which is actually originally from Pokemon Uranium. Here's Trickweed, which does have two different forms, but I can't show that, I don't think, right now, but I could show that via the Pokédex. So, anyways, next is the Fire Starter, which I named Pyro, and yet again, it was also a mystery gift event where they were giving out all free starters. I obviously only went with the two I did not pick. Pyro was one of them. Charcoal. Oh, I forgot they had unique abilities. Mine has Tough Claws. Powers up moves that make direct contact. If I can find out if I can have multiple save files on this, that would be cool, but I guess I'll find out. But yeah, here is Nova, who is also from Uranium, but looks way different than what it was originally. But yeah. I don't think I need to show off all this information. Yeah, let me just show off the Pokemon. But yeah, I have Nova here, and I have the Fire type unknown. Obviously, the other Fire type is right here in my team. Currently. Here's all the Water types. Yeah. I have Psychic, Flying, and Ice. Very weird type combination. It's very weird. But I do like this particular Pokemon. Here's when you play as... If you play as the boy character, you get this particular Pokemon. Which is also from Uranium, Siren Tide. This was originally a Uranium Pokemon. They have a regional form of Wishy-Washy. Here's Tuna. Yeah, I'm just showing them off at this point. There are still a few. I didn't like its evolution, I preferred it. yeah, it is just a painting canvas picture thing. Here is Slugoo. No, it's Slugchew. I couldn't say its name there. Which I named it V, because to me it kind of looks like V from the Owl House. Don't ask. Then over here is Peritron, which just recently got a Root Sprite. Oh, that's so cute! I didn't know it did that. Oh, that's cute! Here is Gibraltar. Here's Bolt the Gibraltar, which is also from Uranium. Over here is all the normal types. We have like a armored armadillo, but here's the thing: this one's pre-evolution, or this particular Pokemon needs to kill this one's pre-evolution for it to evolve into this Pokemon. Which is actually hilarious, and that's a perfect way for a possum Pokemon to evolve. That's clever, honestly. Also, here's a normal type unknown, which looks like a dog. Bark, bark. And Tunicle, which is also from Uranium, but I have two. This one has the Everstone, and I'm going to keep as it. That's the Pokemon. And his Tunicle, I'm just going to evolve, because I kind of like its evolution, so that's why I'm going to get rid of it. Oh, just a cute little stretch. Okay, that's adorable. That's adorbs. And yet again, this is a regional form of the original Pokemon from Uranium. It looks vastly different in Uranium. Sadly, I don't have one in Uranium. Maybe I'll just cut to the end and show off the original form of this Pokemon and the other one that's a regional form. That's cute. Here we have a regional form of the Eden. We have this worm. It's a skeletal spider. I honestly think that's cool. Then here's this thing. I cannot pronounce its name, but all I see is that I forgot its name, but it's that little pixelated dragon from Genshin Impact. That's with Kamiich. That's what it looks like to me. I cannot remember the life of me. I cannot remember that thing's name. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh well. Here's Ferroblaze. Of course. It's Scarab. Yep, now I'm thinking of Stargate. Of course. And, the bug unknown is a spider. And you wanna know what this thing reminds me of? It reminds me of the spider on that carpet in that one, little Einstein's episode. That's what it looks like to me. You got the regional bird. This one's actually supposed to evolve with that item it's holding, but it needs to hold the item, and you need to trade it. So I'm hoping in episode 3 it becomes catchable somewhere. Sadly, if it does not, I'll have to do it that way. Probably what I'll do is have Cybercat get the game just to play it to a certain point, and then me and him can trade real quick, and he can just send it right back. So. And then he can get rid of the game. We won't have to keep it ever again. But anyways, here is the Flying Banana, the Unknown, and this little cute little flying turtle thing. It's adorable. I know exactly what this thing makes me think of. It's the Dana macaw turtles you see in the Croods. Looks very similar. Then we have the Mechanic. Cowboy Arbuck regional form, which is pretty cool. And an Unknown with muscles. That now makes it look more like Steel from Max Steel. This looks like that Dane Ultra Link. That's funny. Oh, here's another one, but not this particular form of it. But this Pokemon is also from Uranium. Which is pretty cool. Now, normally you could get this for trades, but the thing is, you could also catch it in particular forms. But currently, this is the only form that's available that you can easily get that way, or you get them through trades. Which, that is why I'm thinking this one will probably have the whole you can catch it later thing. Because if one of them is doing that, then okay. Then there's this thing, which is absolutely sick. I love this design. This is a cool Pokemon design. This makes me think of like, what if Aggron, Cleavor, Ceruledge, and Haxorus had a baby. That's what it reminds me of, and looks really cool. Here's the rock type unknown. Here are the two fossils. This one, when it evolves, it kind of looks like Buzzwole. Not gonna lie. There's this cute little plant. This one, Gulble and its evolution are actually, I'm pretty sure, inspired by a gargoyle Pokemon that was in Uranium. So, that counts. The other ground types are T-Monks. We got this little guy, which is adorable, and a ground type unknown that's a snake. Here's the female version of the other one I showed you guys. Which honestly, this is a pretty cool design. We have the ice type unknown, which looks so weird, and then we got an ice type peacock. That, I will admit, looks absolutely gorgeous. It's that. Yeah, at least the female one. Yeah, currently no steel types. Here's all the poison types. We have this garbage seagull, which honestly, that's pretty cool. Yeah, again, Hagos and its pre-evolution are from Uranium, but you can get the original form, but also a fiery form that evolves into a new Pokemon, being Hagma, which honestly looks really cool. Like Hagma and Hagos, they look pretty cool. And I like how the poison type unknown looks like a jellyfish or a squid. Which is cool. Oh, here's another one that's originally from Uranium. But, yeah, the Pokemon in question being a Shouting, which was originally a normal flying type. Oh, I forgot to say what Chimecol's original type was. It was fire poison. But anyways, then obviously, it looks like the Dane Fairy from Zelda. And then these last three are also from Uranium. This one originally had the name of Oblivicorn, but they changed it to Malicorn, which honestly probably a good change idea. At least in this game they changed it to that. And then Kiricorn, which both evolved from Minicorn. I have this shiny. Which is pretty cool. Currently, the only dragon type I have is in my party, so no, I can't access that. And then you have, I named another one it's an Axolotl. And we have this psychic type unknown, which looks really weird. Oh, and here's the other starter. If you picked the non-binary character, it is Dark Poison. This one's also from Uranium. This one I named after my dog, but it's also from Uranium. This one's the only one that's from this game. As in, this one originated, the other two not so much. But I like this. It's pretty cool. Then we have, this game does have a regional Zorua, and has a new evolution. I'm sorry, I don't mean this in a weird way. It's the face. I don't like it. It's the head. It's the head. It's giving me Empoleon and Emboar vibes, which I actually do not like the looks. I will admit, Empoleon has grown on me, but Emboar never will. The Mega just made it worse for me. Well, here's the little ghost type unknown, which is super cute. And this ghost type Quetzalcoatlus. And it's called Quetzalcoatlus. That's clever. That's clever. Which I will admit, this Pokemon looks very similar to a Pokemon is supposed to be in Project Untamed. That being the Maza region. It looks very similar. And that's everything when it comes to that. So I'm gonna make this very quick with the Pokedex, so I'm just gonna go all the way to the top. And we're gonna do a quick speed through. I'm only gonna talk about the ones that are originally from Uranium. Which obviously we've already looked at this. But yeah, here's the grass starter. The fire starter. The water starter. It started out really cute, by the way. here's the other starters. So obviously, this one's from Uranium, that one's from Uranium, and that one's from Uranium. Now, their evolutions legitimately do not look that different compared to their originals. Their pre-evolutions, however, are quite different from their originals. Anyways, little capybara, cute. Yeah, starts out as an angry bird. But I think Brout's the actual angry bird, isn't it? No, it's just a fly type, it's not aggressive at all. Green's always been associated with wind, especially if you watched Pokémon growing up. Because this one kind of looks like a Skyrus a bit. Yeah, I have yet to catch a regular ladybug, but honestly, I don't think I've got a regular ladybug. But I don't think I've ever did that. I don't think it's necessary. But yeah, here's the little earthworm. And yeah, this one, Alton, was also from Uranium. Transcarrot has always been its name. Now, however, this one had a name change. I don't remember what it was, but it's now Trampy in this game. But it is very much the same. I do like how there's Pokemon from the original games in here. Not that many, just like what they did in Uranium, so honestly, I think that makes sense. So, yeah. Moving on. Like, I'm just mostly scrolling through this. You guys just get to see. Obviously, if one's the forms, I have to. There's your forms. Okay, let me show you the forms of in the room. Yep, those are the differences there. Yep. Here's the little armadillo's pre-evolution and this one, which need to run over this one in order for it to evolve through. But honestly, it's pretty dang cool. Oh, I should show you your wishy-washy forms. So, if you have regular solo, regular schooling, deep solo, and deep schooling, which is absolutely terrifying. Max right in the front. The back sprites don't move right either, but the fronts do, so that's good. And this one, which evolves into this particular Pokemon, which actually has either freshwater or saltwater. I like freshwater. Then here's like this guy's beautiful. Here's the regional Shroomish, which looks super cute. Same with the brown one. Here's our little magpie Pokemon. Cool. Now the Zoroark, so cute. Wish it was I honestly wish we had the Simian in here versus this. But there's a which I've yet to catch. To catch this guy. I had to catch this one's pre-Evos. Yeah, you can encounter some of the Evos, so I have yet to get them. I still have to gotten a Cometer. I obviously have a Devolution. I've yet to get that. Obviously Uranium. Moving on. Super cute. Definitely was not expecting it to look like that. Actually, I guess we know who goes there. Clearly Magnezone. Here's the pre-evolutions. Oh, they finally... Wait, it finally moves! Let's freaking go! It does. I think this is supposed to be based on the first ever satellite we put in orbit. As in that humanity, yeah, we put in orbit, which is cool. Yeah, you guys can see where the evolution is. Yep, Flagger, super cute. And yeah, they have this thing. And I saw a video where people were talking about Garganacl, and I couldn't unsee it. Some people are saying it looks like Donkey Kong, where he has half a pyramid on both of his shoulders. And I couldn't unsee it. But anyways, here's Ekans. I love this because it reminds me of Cinderace. You got this, and its evolution has yet to not moved yet. kind of is sad, but this little cactus one doesn't either. Here's the pre-evolution of this one, which is cute. Anyways, here's the two forms of Haku. You have Volcanic, which this one's from Uranium, and Volcanic, which looks like its sprite does not move yet. It kind of sucks. Yep, and then a bunch of existing Pokemon in here. Here's the Undergoat. Obviously, here's all of these guys in the car. So yeah, it's evolution. Pre-evolution move. It does not yet. Can't wait to see it move, but it's fine. Anyways, let's show off all the again. Oh wait, we already seen all the other forms. I don't think that's necessary, is it? But yep, here's what its evolution looks like. I can't show you this one because I haven't gotten it yet. And this is the Pokemon in question. This is the only dragon type, and it evolves into multiple different forms. But currently, you can only get one of these. Hopefully, eventually, there will be a second one. You can get some time and breed the two. You could probably finally get your own Draxi. But the one I went for was Westra, which then can evolve to either Heldra or a fire type one. But yeah, currently Draxi, Westra, Nordra, Istra, and Surdra are the only ones you can use sprites. The rest do not. Surdra here is a Dragon Poison type, Nordra is Dragon Electric, Westra is Dragon Fire, and I believe this one's either Dragon Ice or Dragon Water. I don't remember. But they're cool. They take up quite a lot of space, not gonna lie. Yeah, there's a Tyrogue with each one of these, which I still yet to get. These two I'll probably just get, but then get rid of them. This one I'm keeping, because I like this. It reminds me of the Flash. Yep. As you can see, only Kirikorn has really sprites, the other two don't. Yeah, you see this thing is its evolution. Yeah. Why you guys think I don't like this thing? I think you guys already know. It's the face. Now, if the movie sprite looks good, then oh sure, I'll keep it. Yeah, I've yet to evolve this one into this, so yeah, this is the other one that's from Raymond. There's the pre-evolution of that, which ran home here. This is Snare Ball. Its pre-evolution's right there. True Toast, or whatever heck his name is. Its pre-evolution's right here. I don't remember where to get that. And then you have to get two particular items to evolve this one into its two evolutions. Maybe you have to get Footbard or its evolution. And this thing is actually supposed to be based on a unused Pokemon idea, which is kind of cool. Here, let me show you the male form of it. Yeah, it carries some children. You have a living beach ball, converted form of Drifloon, which looks really cool. Ultra-Quaid, let me show you its disguise revealed. Which is a pretty cool Pokemon design. Corsoreef, which is also a Pokemon originally from Uranium. This thing, which is cute. Which one? Yeah, I don't like this thing. And then this one you can only get in a certain way, and it does hold that, but I don't remember how to get that. Jackaderry and Winnowtinger. These two are also from Uranium. I don't know the last one's from Uranium. Then there's this regional Meowth and Evolution. Yeah, that's the final form of the Semi-Pseudo. You guys can see why I went for that. Look at that thing. That thing's gorgeous. And I actually have a Pokemon very similar to that called Gryphlox, which was originally a legendary I came up with, but changed it to a pseudo-legendary. I mean, not a pseudo-legendary, semi-pseudo-legendary. Which also kind of pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyways, then there's the legendaries, which look amazing. Which I actually will have legendaries for my hypothetical DLC for my Pokemon region. Where they are also based on the, what's it called? What's its face? the divine beasts, like these Pokemon in question that we're making are based on the divine beasts in Breath of the Wild, but their overall looks will be quite similar to Rastomak, Sea River, and Hololong. Like, they'll be somewhat similar, but I will admit, these look amazing. I think I like Rastomak and Hololong the most. And I think the main legendary is supposed to be like that as well. But anyways, that's it. That's all I really need to show you guys. Save, just done. But yeah, I hope you all had a great time. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye!